wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aaron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aaron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
I wanted to share some good news with all of you today. Some polling, which questionable, and it's not questionable because of the polling methods, but they were polling 12 to 15-year-olds. So, everyone wanted to be a firefighter. But I want to tell you guys the good news that I will never run out of business at assholeconsulting.com, because this article, which is utterly predictable, has proven that the teachers and the parents are doing nothing. This latest generation, you are doing nothing to improve their lives over the previous 3 generations. You are going to continue to indulge them in whatever you want, the money will follow. I'm sure you're not spanking your kids. I'm sure you've just given them tablets and you bought them the Switch 2. I'm sure you've outsourced them to daycare. And I'm sure you teachers are still like, oh, you haven't had, like, God, man, I can't recommend these kids become teachers. Can't recommend they go into liberal arts. All my friends are like, 40, and we still got student loan debts. We're still acting like when it was going around last week that we're going to have to start making our student loan payments back and the federal government's going to garnish our wages. Yeah. Did you see the army of 40-year-olds go out and act like little petulant children? I'm not paying back my student loan. So I want to help out the younger generation, make sure they don't become a bunch of fuck ups like my generation. Did any of you teachers say that? No. You're going to say the same shit. It's going to be 50 years. We're going to have a half a century of lying to children. You can do whatever you want. And if anyone disagrees, you call them the guy with the funny mustache. Oh, I don't know. Just ask your mom. I just want to keep banging your mom, and I don't want her to divorce me. Just please defer all questions to her. She has the answer to everything because she has my balls in the purse. Free me. You're my child. I'm sorry. I'm such a sad Minnesota dad. Don't worry, we'll get the strap on later. And you can fuck me in the ass when you get your half a semester of college freshman political science, and you can tell me what a bad man I am because I'm a Minnesota father. I know. You all keep wondering why the Asians make the most amount of money, generally in all the major racial categorical groups. Well, I don't know. Did you see now this is like a 5-year-old poll. Did you see what the Chinese want to major? Astronaut, engineer, computer science genius. It's all STEM. What is the difference? Oh, that's right. Their parents are fucking involved. Their parents, you might tisk them a bit about being the tiger mom. And I have my criticisms about forcing these poor Asian kids to learn musical instruments they're never going to learn. I feel bad. That's where I tweak it a little bit. But generally, this is crazy. Let me sit down, American teachers and parents. Sit down. You're not going to believe this. The Asian culture generally believes in loving and raising their children, and they do that by preparing them for the real world and not indulging them in pie in the sky Disney fairyland princess bullshit. I try not to get angry. I try to say, thank God I will never, ever have to set foot in banking again. Another crop coming up, man. My generation was first. I said, you're all full of bullshit. You're just like the guy who wants to kill the people with the short hats. And then the millennials came in. You couldn't tell them everything. We're the most educated generation ever, and we got Barack Obama's dick in our ear. We know so much, and you're going to give it my student loan bailout, they said last week. Gen Z, I'm a little sympathetic to you guys. I know. I'm expecting a little bit more out of you though, because you got the internet, right? You learn the mistakes sooner than those of us that did not have the internet. But you're still based on the National Center for Education Statistics. You guys are not. It's a slight improvement over previous generations. You guys are. I'll give the boys credit. Okay, I'm gonna give you Gen Z boys credit. You are avoiding college better than everyone else. Not as much as you should, but you're making good strides. I think men are ahead of the young boys. You guys are ahead of the curve on this one. Ladies, you are also attending college at lesser rates, but nowhere. We need you to stop going to college, all of you, in 2026, unless you're in STEM or nursing or something that has worthwhile. You guys are making glacially slow progress, but it's progress nonetheless. And here we got Generation Alpha, first polling data. And those are the teachers. You can do whatever you want. Just gonna keep on sacrificing to the altar of Moloch with student loan debts and follow heart, mind, liberal arts. We're gonna keep doing this, huh? We just don't. That's all right. That's all right. Because otherwise, I might have to get a real job. But thank God. What is Gen Alpha? How long am I? They're probably still being born. Gen Alpha birth years. Okay, let me see here. 2010. These generations are getting awfully short here, boys and girls. 2010 to 2024. All right, so 2024. Let's add this. So 2024. So when they start running into troubles, probably 16 at the earliest. So my first Gen Alpha clients are going to come in 2040. So that's 16. Let's add at least. And then they're going to get Ys by 40, 16, 4, 24 years. Let's do another 24 years. 2064 minus 1975. Oh, clear that out. 2064 minus 1975. 89. I'm dude, unless I live past 89, I'm set. Can you imagine an old pissed off 89-year-old cat? I told you back in 2025 not to marry you. Just I want to be a millennial. And then I'll be 89. Gen Alpha will be equivalent to the millennials. They'll be 40. I gotta give me money back. I spent it on Europe. Free education. What will the average home will cost $2 million. I'm not kidding. By 2064, the average home will probably cost around $3 million. And then whoever you decide to I'm going to print off more money. It's the evil Republicans is just going to do the same fucking shit. 49 years from now. No, 39 years from now. Same fucking shit. And I think I am set until I'm dead. I think I got lifelong employment, unless I live absurdly long. Fortune didn't come up with this. Someone was posting the pie chart around. Gen Alpha is snubbing careers that boomers dreamed of. Boomers never dreamed of real careers. As influencers become the new faces of entrepreneurship they want in. Okay, influencers are not entrepreneurs. They are celebrities. Entrepreneurship is not really an edgy thing anymore because American corporations do not provide regular nor reliable employment. Everyone's going to be an entrepreneur. It's the gig economy. Remember, that's kind of like 12, 15 years old. That's just the future. So it's not edgy. It's also not a career because it's not real work. This is not a real job. Right now, what I'm doing right now is not a real job. This is not a real job. This isn't a thing. I said it before. I got lucky. I just happened to be bored. I was making blogging content long ago. And then as the bandwidth increased, I was able to make the jump to podcasting and YouTube. And who the hell would have figured out Super Chats would have been a thing? This is not by design, at all. It was just, I hate to use the word. Well, no, I'm not going to use the P word. I'm going to say it was a hobby that I enjoyed. And by pure fucking luck, made money on. That's the facts. So this just, it's not entrepreneurship. Please stop that. You sucking dick on OnlyFans is not entrepreneurship, or whatever happens on OnlyFans. I don't know. Gen Alpha watched influencers make millions from daily vlogs and video game content. Now they want a piece of the pie. Sure. And that's totally not going to lead into a flooded market. The generation's top career choice. This is not a career. Please, Fortune magazine. I remember when you actually maybe were respectable when I was like, oh my God, Fortune and Forbes. Oh, these are the big Inc. Oh my God, these are, and now like what the hell happened, man? You here for you young Gen Alpha types, you should realize how little parenting or adult leadership is happening right now. The fact they are indulging you, calling this a career choice, means they don't give a fuck about you. Is become a YouTuber or TikToker, according to the recent survey of 12 to 15-year-olds. I was already working in a greenhouse at that time. $3.15 an hour. $3.50. Gone are the days of kids aspiring to be a ballerina, the president, or an astronaut. Gen Alpha wants the dream jobs of the digital era. They've swapped Neil Armstrong for Mr. Beast and Serena Williams for Emma Chamberlain. That's because being a YouTuber in is Gen Alpha's top job aspiration, and no parents corrected them. Not a single one of you came in that say, nope, we're gonna use the Asian parent model minus the unnecessary musical instrument because we love you and we want you to have a life. No, son. Dad, imagine if I had a son. He happened to be white. My wife was white. Okay. White Cappy Jr. Dad, all the cool Asian kids at school are learning musical instruments. I want to learn a musical instrument. You can't learn a musical instrument. Well, why not? All my friends are. And I say, kid, because I want you to get laid. That's why. And then you're not going to learn the musical instrument. You're going to go and get your engineering degree by the age of 16. And then if you want to join a band afterwards and you got your own place making your $120,000 at the age of 16 and a half, the day you get your $100,000 a year job is the day you get your driver's license. Go live in your apartment, but no son of mine's going to learn a musical instrument. He's going to get laid, damn you. Unless it's guitar. I'm talking, symphonic fucking bullshit, the violin, whatever you poor Asian kids had to be forced to study under communist parent China regime. Right? Here, see, they're all, no, I've had people, no, it stimulates another part of the brain. Are you using it right now? Do you play the cello right now? In between working for, I don't know, AMD and raising your kids and doing the thing your parents did to you, when's the last time you picked up that cello? Here's some video games, kid. Go play it. Oh, I don't want to learn the cello. No, son of mine. When you got your own place, you could go play the cello all you want. I better not see you in the symphonic orchestra under the age of 16. Not under my house. Because I'm a loving father. That's because being a YouTube is Gen Alpha's top job aspiration. More than 30% of 12 to 15-year-olds said they want a career. It's not a career. According to a recent report from social commerce platform Whoop Whop. The gig is followed up by 21% of kids wanting to become TikTok creators. Okay, it's the same thing. So over half of you want to be influencers, huh? No shit, really. Just like everybody else. Like, look, if you polled anyone and say, hey, would you give up your current job right now if you just could yell at the internet and say things? You're going to have a 100% response rate from the adults. Can I play the cello? No, you can't play the fucking cello. Oh. What is the cello? Is that a string instrument? Or is that a horn? I don't even know what it is. According to the commerce platform, Gig 21 for TikTok. Another highly lucrative platform launching the careers of million-dollar success, Addison Rae, Charlie D'Amelio, and Cabby Lame. All right, so 3 whole millionaires, huh? TikTok and YouTube creators are jobs that they're not jobs, Fortune. They're not jobs. This isn't a real thing. Am I the only one? Like, what? Hang on. For all you gals out there with your OnlyFans account, or you Instagram models, and all you influencers, do you actually think what you do is a real job? I understand if you're a professional production company like Mr. Beast, okay? That's or Fresh and Fit, right? You guys don't see all the work that goes in. I could see that. But your average rank and file, no. This is TikTok, YouTube creator jobs that simply didn't exist 25 years ago, but it's a dream for digital natives who grew up with vlogs and bingeable videos as entertainment. Gen Alpha has grown up watching YouTubers who have turned content creation into highly lucrative careers. Cameron Zub, founder of WAP, tells Fortune. Unlike TV, movie, or sports celebrities, these digital figures feel more relatable and accessible. Well, they are. Make a YouTube career path seem achievable. And there's the trap. If you young Gen Alpha, hear my words. The previous 3 generations, your great grandparents or great grandparents told your grandparents and parents the lie that they had to go to college. All right. No one checked them. No one stopped them from lying to my generation or your parents' generation or any other generation. You had to, I know you're 12 to 15, but now you got to think. You got to think, and I'm sorry that nobody's parents or teachers are raising you right again. Are they telling you you deserve free shit? I bet they are. Ask them about empty shelves in the Soviet Union. See if they just got a blank stare. I have always held the position there is nothing wrong with attempting to become an influencer or have some kind of online presence. There's nothing wrong with that. I also think that it is more possible for you to become a YouTuber influencer type than it is to have a successful career, a white collar career in corporate America. However, the chances of you being actually successful as a YouTuber TikTok are very low. And so while you are pursuing that, which I'm not against, you need to get some kind of real job that pays the money until you do. We can't all be influencers. And what is probably likely to be better is going to be the trades that you want to become an electrician or a carpenter. You know how all the adults are bitching about how they can't afford housing. Well, ask them how many of them became carpenters. None of them. They all have college degrees or try to be YouTube influencers. So whereas I'm fine for you, like try, you never know what's going to happen. You never know. And it doesn't really cost you anything. I'm all for it. You cannot think that this is a job. You know what scares me? Are you universities going to grape these children by charging them or offering them degrees in YouTubing or online influencing? Are you going to do that? Are you going to screw them over like that? I bet you are. I bet you Marxist leftist professors are going to come up with a social media degree and you're going to scam these poor kids out of $100,000 in tuition in 4 years of your life like you did the previous day. And you're going to be fine. Hey, oh, it's the Republicans. I would recommend you do not look in the white collar profession unless you're engineering or accounting or a surgeon. But otherwise, man, I would skip both corporate America. I would on the side do YouTube and I would go into the trades. Truck driver, electrician. Even you guys can mow yards, dude. You want to know how easy it is to mow yards? You think any generations before you, 15 years old, you can mow yards. Go charge, depending on the yard, how big it is, average yard. I bet you could make $50 for an average postage stamp size yard. Take you an hour. You do 8 yards in an after weekend afternoon or a day, like a Saturday. 850. That's $400. $400. Now you're making real money. Most of the youngest generation dreams of being the next Markiplier or digital world builder, with 90% of Minecraft or Fortnite obsessed Gen Alpha seek a career in video game design. Ask all the leftist idiots that went to Full Sail University how their video game design career is going. You go look off video game studio layoffs. Go look it up. All right. I'm okay if you do it on the side and you make some great video games. For the love of God, don't put leftist DEI woke politics into it, no matter what your teachers say. We're repeating this. I did this with Gen X. I did this with the millennials. I'm doing it with Gen Z. And now it's the same thing. They're not going to listen. They're going to make the same mistakes because it sounds better what the teachers and parents and Democrats are telling them. I'm trying to be that bad influence uncle who's like, hey, save your money and work hard and be frugal and major in a serious study that actually helps you get employed. And I'm the bad guy, but no one's going to listen. So I'm going to never run out of fucking business. I got to remember, the leftists, the lying leftists are my friends. The lying teachers are my friends. The parents who don't love their children are my friends. They give me the food that I need to eat. They make me the money that I get to earn. Without them, I would have to work a real job. Thank you, vile, disgusting adult people fucking up yet another generation of children. Thank you for presenting me another opportunity. But there's still a cohort of kids pursuing traditional jobs like nursing. Okay, that's good. Entrepreneurship? No, that's just work avoidance. No. Most of you Americans should not be entrepreneurs. No, please. Just for all you kids, go look up restaurant closed and pick a city and look at all the news articles. Americans are not good at entrepreneurship. Okay, that is just, I don't want to work a real job. Unless you go into the trades and then you become your own plumber. Okay, that's fine. Teachers, that's not a real job either. You never leave school. Think about that. Your teacher you got who's like 60 years old. She's been in school since she was 5 years old. That's like the fucking 60s, man. She doesn't know what the real world is like. Teachers do. You don't want to become a teacher. They're not paid well. And athletics. These are not traditional. You'd have just as much success becoming an athlete, a paid professional one. It's 1 in 19,000. I mean, maybe the data changed since I last looked it up, but it's 1 in 19,000. And he ain't becoming fucking LeBron James. You're going to become, Bobby Bobson, who's like third string and paid professionally. They have one foot in the digital world of self-made influencers and one in the storied arena of white-collar work. Athletics is more of a trade, wouldn't you say? I mean, you got to work at it. It's a skill. Gen Alpha still aspires for some traditional jobs. Report found that 20% want to be a doctor or a nurse, 15% be an athlete, 14% are looking to become a teacher. However, their chores might be more rooted in their home environment rather than emerging trends. Traditional careers like doctors and lawyers will likely always hold a level of prestige. Not lawyers anymore. Lawyers are a butt end of a joke. Hey, kids, don't become a lawyer. They lie to us about that. Oh, lawyer, I'll go to law school. Nope, you just go $300,000 into it. Hey, I got an idea. Instead of spending all that money on school, why don't you just buy a house? Right? $300,000, 6 years of your life. Why don't you just go buy a house? Gen Alpha grows up seeing family members and traditional professionals are interacting with inspiring figures in these roles. They may be more inclined to follow a similar path. Well, there's another player that has entered the chat, the internet, just a couple of generations ago. Kids may have looked up to their parents as the central moneymaker of their lives. Now, just by logging into Instagram, TikTok, get rich quick tricks. Yes. So you admit it's mostly a scam? You're not warning these kids? And overnight careers litter kids' feeds. They're even being lured into influencer jobs. Around 23% of Gen Alpha kids have been contracted by a brand with a digital sponsorship opportunity, according to WAP's data. Yeah, that's totally sus, as the kids say nowadays. And about 30% would consider making money through the partnerships on YouTube or TikTok. If you can, go ahead. You should just do that at night on weekends and go become an electrician during the daytime. Or join the military and although you probably won't be allowed to have social media while you're in the military. Kids today see YouTubers like Mr. Beast, streamers, and online resellers that cheat. Dude, I bet you if you ask Mr. Beast, like, hey, should I go into... No, he's probably going to say, no, you should probably go get a real... Find out what Mr. Beast did before. He didn't just come out of high school and I guarantee Mr. Beast was like working as a bartender or a wait guy or something like that. Me and old man Rolo and Ryan, we all worked jobs before. They weren't glorious, but they were real jobs. And online resellers achieving financial success without a college degree or traditional career path resellers aren't. No. Drop shipping, bro. It's also important to recognize that at a young age, career choices are often based on what looks fun rather than financial logic. No kidding. So here are the top 10: YouTuber 32, TikTok creator 21. All right. So let's just call it 53%. Over half of you want to be an influencer. Doctor Nurse 20%. That's the only thing here that makes any sense. Mobile app video game developer. Nope. Go become a computer programmer, but it's not, I'm going to make a video game. No, you're not. Entrepreneur. No, you're not. Artist. Oh, fuck off. Really? You teachers and parents letting your kids become artists? Dude, I'd go encourage my kid. I would encourage my kid to play the cello before I recommend he become an artist. No, but seriously, I would encourage go become an influencer. Because you're there, at least maybe you're going to be funny. Maybe people will like your personality. But you're not going to go start a band and go paint. No, you're not doing that. Sports athlete, 1 in 19,000 shot. Professional online streamer, 15%. Well, what the fuck what? Really? So we're 53. That's 68. 2/3 of the kids want to become content creators. That's it. Why didn't you all loop this together? Dividing between YouTube creator, TikTok creator, and professional online streamer. Musician, teacher. Don't get angry, Aaron. Don't get angry. Thank the teachers. Thank the teachers and the parents for screwing over yet another generation of kids and not check them and say, this is bullshit. It's kind of funny. So I'm friends with a guy. He's almost 30 now. And he was a client for Asshole Consultant. I think maybe even read some of my books. This kid has a house bought and paid for. He went into the military. He works a good trade job now. He has no debt. And he told his mom that we met. And she's like, well, who's this? Oh, he's this guy, whatever, client. I know he's a client. I don't know if he read his books of mine or not. I'm assuming he did. Or certainly watched the YouTube channel. And if people will permit me, a lot of the reason he's in the financial situation he's in now is because of my advice. So then, and I'm thinking, my advice is at the end of the day, it's pretty boring. Like, save your money, invest in a 401k, don't major in dumb shit, join the military, have the GI. I mean, we're talking really boring shit here. So, his mom's like, oh, what's he like? He says, well, here's his channel. I'm like, you didn't send your mom my channel, did you? And she don't like me now. She thinks and he said, she thinks I'm a bad influence. Now, what's funny is I'm almost this lady's age. And I'm like, I'm a bad influence. I'm a bad influence because you don't agree with my politics. So I think that maybe women ought to be treated equally. I'm a bad influence. I'm the one that kind of nudged your kid toward joining the military, getting his financial shit together. And the reason he got a house paid off, he ain't even 30 yet. And I'm the bad influence. Fucking Christ. What's next? I'm going to tell kids to eat their vegetables and avoid sweets. I'm the bad guy. Am I the bad guy if I tell them to brush their teeth too? What is brushing teeth? Oh, that's just white people stuff. That's racist. Only white people brush teeth. Only privileged people do that. What? Wait. Okay, lie to your kids some more. I don't care. Get divorced. Fucking ruin the family. I need chaos. I need broken children. Christ. So link below. What do I got linked below? Oh, Zero World Problem. I'm not Zero World Problems. A World Without Men, which is going to be an obscure rap. Actually, for you young kids, what I'm going to recommend you do is, God, you're too young. Go get the book Worthless, The Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. That is age appropriate for you. Maybe wait a little bit when you're like 18, when you're senior in high school, then read Bachelor Pad Economics. You girls can read it too. It's the same stuff. I think that's what you kids should do. But you want to see where the world's going to end up if you all become influencers and teachers and musicians and all this other horse shit that pretty much every generation before you wanted. I want to avoid work. That's all. Hey, it sounds fun. Go get the book, A World Without Men. You don't have to read the part one. Read like the economics part. Like, it's probably a little young, 12, maybe 15, you'd understand. You want to see what the world would look like if we're all teachers and guidance counselors and DEI professors and all that other shit? Dude, we'd be dead. There ain't no electricity. There ain't no roads. There ain't no mechanics. There ain't no cars. There might be some doctors. What are you going to film? How are you going to film when there's no electricians or electrical engineers to keep the power grid up? And if you think, oh, that's not going to go, what just happened to Spain and Portugal with the adults like, oh my God, it's environmentalism. We can't use nuclear power. I don't want to undermine adults' authority with kids, but when I see this shit, I'm like, no, now we got to like intervene and save these kids because we're going to tell you kids you're going to be just another generation of millennials where you're fucking crippled financially, you've wasted your youth, and you don't have the mental ability to realize, oh my God, I was lied to, and the only way out of this is hard work because you're so ensconced with, but I'm entitled to free shit and Orange Man bad. I mean, is that in another 20 years, you millennials going to be 60? Are you still going to be, I'm entitled to free shit and Donald Trump touched me in the wrong place? I will take this and then I'm going to go to the gym. Now, look, for you kids watching, if there is any, this is luck, okay? The super chats I'm about to get, this is 100% luck. I was just this dumbass guy trying to be an economist, and then I started yelling at the internet, and here's some Hanyakers that happen to like me. This doesn't happen in the real world. Cyberbully, $5. Even people with real careers want to be influencers. Well, yeah, who doesn't? Many doctors and engineers I meet are trying to pivot to be an influencer in the given niche. Well, and you're not wrong, Cyberbully, because it is harder to have a successful career in white-collar work than it is being an influencer. I will guarantee that. But if everyone goes become an influencer, it's going to get harder. But the future is trades. Again, unless you're like a high-quality engineer or something like that. Ace Montana, $5. Want the money? Won't the money run out if there are more influencers than viewers, or will it be influencers influencing influencers? So, what's his name? Dick Masterson from the Dick Show. Long ago, he says, soon we're all going to be influencers. And China's going to make all of our shit, and the Indians are going to be our doctors and our medical staff, Eastern Indians. And like, in other words, we're just going to be this Edina mall shopping class. And we're just, and the only job we'll have is influencing. There will be no waiters or wait staff. That would be the Latinos. The people who build our house would be the Latinos. And we'll just be influenced. I'll be from Edina. I'm cheap, okay? Why is there inflation? Where's the food? Cyberbully, $5. Genuine question. Won't the trades face hard times if white collar work continues to decline? Who will all these tradesmen perform work for? Well, the white collar workers will have to work something. Look, if you go and you spend all your time, effort, and money going into a white collar profession, you're kind of pigeonholed there for a while, right? I mean, how long did it take me to get out of banking? Probably I was 36 when I finally got out. That's 18 years of adult life, half my adult life at that time. It takes a while to pivot. And so they're going to still have to work the white collar job. They might work other jobs because if your toilet ain't working, you're either going to fix it yourself or you're going to pay someone else. And Americans are so lazy, they will pay. Dude, and prices are going to go up. Prices are going to go up. They're going to spend a lot of money on just maintaining their car and the houses until it's almost probably as much as maybe a car payment itself. You know whose problem that is? Theirs. I know how to fix most of my shit. I got tools. It took me a while to get there. And I don't have a lot of stuff to fix. Sarah, yoga influencer. Okay, really? Aaron, what are you talking about? It's for $5. It's so easy to be an influencer. Just live your truth out loud with your audience. It's an authenticity era. Thank you, Sarah, you yoga influencer. Like now, if you're a hot chick and an adult, I have to qualify that, and an adult, yeah, knock yourself out. Go do the OnlyFans thing. Stick a bunch of things in a bunch of holes. Go ahead. I don't care anymore. Or you could be like chew on head. Tee, I'm a pretty girl. I say things, and you don't have to stick things in your holes, all right? And you have good video and audio and all that, and you're just long enough and you say common sense things. You could, like a Lauren Southern, pretty girls, just, you'll, as long as you're not a total idiot, you'll do fine. But if you're like a dude or an ugly chick, you better have something unique or interesting about you. And usually the only way that happens is if you grow and become an adult. Could you imagine? Would there be anything worse than like 18-year-olds who just graduated from high school and now they're, oh my God, let's talk about gossip and 18-year-old shit. Oh my God, we're talking about the same thing. We're no different than what we were before because we're all sheep and programmed to be the exact same person. I like Democrats too because they're for the little people. What do you mean inflation? Bob, $5. The end of mediocre white-collar job come to the end because of AI. A lot of normie will suffer because of that. The average reading skill is less than 8th grade. You know whose problem that is? Sarah, a yoga influencer, $5. Aaron, I'm getting a negative vibe from this video. Try my energy work coaching to help with that negative energy. Are you going to help me with the feminine energy? Find my inner self? It'll help with your manifesting. Oh, that's it. I should just manifest myself a real career in nuclear engineering. Bob, $2. I see a lot of normie will suffer because of the, yes. You know whose problem that is? $50, $5. Raymond permanently blocked me for saying emo mindset. What an emo. I'll be nice to Ray. Pooping while standing, $2. The pain of inaction must be greater than inaction. Yes. And as long as we got technology making things easy, have you seen homeless people? Have you seen the poverty on the American Indian reservations? Humans, dude, for a lot of humans out there, work and responsibility and doing math and the hard thing. And, how long does it take to become a CPA? It's like 6 years. That fear of that work is more painful than the cold and the hunger and the poverty that comes with it. And you know what? You look at the increasing amount of bullshit white collar America is expecting. I could kind of understand it. Like van life is kind of like tent life, but minus the drugs and the disease. Like I'm not doing it. Like Van Man, right? I think Van Man just had enough of that fucking bullshit. Like, nope, I want my freedom. I get it. I understand why you don't want to work white collar America. I get it. But geez, don't you? I mean, yeah, you gotta go and do physical labor and HVAC, but soon you can go and be self-employed. Iron Horse Reviews, $5. My channel has made $0, but kids find it amazing that twice companies have sent me free trains to review. No interest at all for my real estate deals. Dude, trains are more fun than real estate. What can I say? Come on, even you admit that. Like, that's your hobby, right? If you had a choice, I got to go make more real estate deals or spend time with your toy trains, what would you do? Toy trains. Even me, like if I had a choice between hiking and doing financial analysis, I'll go hike any day. Ass bucket, $2. Mr. Celery is the influencer I want to be. Namaste. No, you just it. Well, and that's where maybe it works, right? I went through bullshit fucking times. I got sick and fucking tired of being told my entire young adult life that I was wrong and I just didn't figure it out. And then I realized it was all a scam. It was all bullshit. Everyone's an egotistical fucking conformist, popularity addicted prick. And then when all their finances started shitting the bed, not only during the .com days, but the housing bubble days, that I'm like, oh my God, you're all fucking liars. And you damn right I'm angry. You goddamn right. Go watch my video about how anger, hatred, and rage can fuel your success. But that results in a unique personality. Ray, that's another reason why Raymond Thoughts and Minds. He had a bunch of bullshit happen. He's angry. But that's way more entertaining. Like, hey guys, so I'm going to review a cream that all the other girls are in, but I'm like 18-year-old Bipsy. I want to like help with the animals. I so care about vegan. Like, how many vegan channels are there? Ace Montana, $2. Buy now, pay later is the future, bro. Off the deep end, $5. My first job was doing landscaping at a state park. It taught me valuable lessons, and now I grow my own food and fix my own shit. Yep. Pooping while standing, $2. Cappy is the Gran Torino equivalent. We need. Yeah. Not wrong. See, you didn't see Clint Eastwood tell his Asian kid protege, basically what it was. He was teaching the young Asian kid. He didn't put no fucking musical instrument in his hand, right? Taught him how to curse and swear at the barber shop. Taught him about cars. He didn't like, hey, kid, here's a violin. Fuck up your life with it. Never get laid again. All right, there you guys go. Worthless, The Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. That's the only book I can recommend to you young kids. And read it at about the age of 14, 15. You 12-year-olds don't need to do it. And you guys want to go make some money right now? Go charge $50 for an average size yard. Go make some money doing landscaping and mowing yards and shoveling driveways. We would charge $5 for a big ass driveway. It's because most people shovel their own driveways. Now you got to, oh my God, go outside and work. But I'm a Gen Xer and I got to be like the baby boomers and I can't shovel anything. Why can't those Latinos do it? I have to be in here and watch my Game of Thrones show. Have you watched Landman yet? Shut up. Toodles.